Hey, great Sunday evening. It is a nice, beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville. It's been a hot kind of day, and it's been a roller coaster type of day for myself. And I've already posted the happenings of the day for me, and I want to appreciate everyone out there that has sent beautiful, beautiful words. I greatly appreciate it. As it, uh, it has been a difficult day. But with that said, today one of the things that we experienced today was that we were going through. We still had early voting. Early voting was going on throughout the Cameron County at the same time as yesterday, actually from 10 a.m. in the morning till 5 a.m. in the afternoon. This was kind of new for us all because we don't usually have early voting on Sunday. I think one time they had it on one of the Sundays, but not many, 8 pause ago. But it was different. One of the things that we shared Saturday was that we were going to take a Sunday off, to recharge the battery and to have an opportunity to spend some time with family and with friends. And actually, again, because of the happenings of today, I'm very glad that I was not out there, on at the library or at the polls. I'm very glad I was at home because I got to spend the last minutes of my cat's life uh, with her. So I'm very glad that it worked out the way it worked out. My cat was very important to me, as a lot of you know. Uh, she always would sit and lie next to me when I was feeling ill and sick, and I would be very proud that I had that opportunity to lie down there next to her, while she was leaving this earth. Again, thank you guys, and I don't want to dwell on it too much for many reasons tonight. I have the honor of having Jimena Guajardo on with us tonight. Jimena Guajardo is a senior at Hannah High School, and it's always great to get a perspective from a different age group individuals that I will say are also directly affected by everything that transpiring right now at the district. We've heard from teachers, we've heard from counselors, we've heard from principals, and it's very refreshing to have Jimena on with us tonight, and get a different perspective, the other side of that triangle. Jimena, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. And well, a quick introduction of myself. My name is Jimena Guajardo. I am a senior at Homer High School. I'm a debater, I'm a mock attorney, among many other things. So, and I do want to say that I do love my school and I'm incredibly proud of it. But that being said, just because I'm part of my school, it does not mean I'm part of my district whatsoever.
Saka Whataburger, Jesse. No Whataburgers tonight. It's also diet night. Well, again, we didn't go campaigning, so we didn't get a lot of food delivered today. Hello, Ray. How's it going? Buenas noches, Jesus Becky. And Jose Hernandez, buenas noches. 2 more weeks. Yes, 2 more weeks, guys, and this will be over. Viendo video. Gracias, Ismael. Bendiciones. Hermosa Jimena Chiva, buenas noches. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Joe, good evening. Sorry for your loss. Thank you, Benny. I appreciate that. Good evening, Erasmo and guys. Sorry about you. Thank you so very much. Bendiciones. Bendiciones a ti también, mi amor. Good evening, everyone. I passed by the library. 3 people has signs. Yes, I think I saw a picture. I think Louis Lial was out there. It was very good. So sorry for your loss. Thank you. We all lost her. Thank you so much, Tina. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Muchísimas gracias. Get some rest tonight after the show. We will. We promise we will. Cheese. No, how's it going? Good evening, Frank. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear about your sweet chili, Frank. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I Olivo, Frankie Olivo, might be having technical difficulties. Yo might pop on in a bit. Vota mi jefa por Carlos Elizondo. Sí, por favor.
Yes, everybody vote for Carlos Elizondo.
Get close to the mic. I know. My voice is still a little bit on the south side, but Hopefully, soon it will be coming back. What's up with that one? She has a mail in ballot. Not sure. Good evening. So sorry again. Thank you. Thank you, South CEO family. Love you. Hey, Pat. Love you, Papa. Not, no, Papa, Mama. Adrienne. I know. Jeremiah. Love you, Papa. As your guest voted, actually,
17.
yes, we had that discussion. Jimena is a senior, and she really wishes that she could vote. We had that conversation right before. But
Especially for all the women, you need to vote because it's a 100-year anniversary that we have the right to vote. So if you're a woman, please go out to vote and exercise your rights. It's a 100-year anniversary. It's the most important thing right now.
good. I'll ask you about that, Jimena. One of the things, since you mentioned, it has been 100 years since the suffrage movement in regards to getting women out there to vote. Very, very important for all women to vote. One of the things that has been stated is that, oh well, women tend to vote for women, and I think that's kind of a sexist remark, actually, because let me tell you, one of the things, and it tries to group women to, like, oh no, well, they're going to vote for women just because they're women, and I think it is insulting for individuals to
Yes.
have that mentality. What is your take on it?
It is definitely insulting. It's kind of saying like, oh, all Mexicans are going to vote for a Latino or all men are going to vote for a man. That is not true. Some women will vote for women who have more feminist views. So obviously, females are more likely to have feminist views, but that's the only reason why we're more likely to vote for women. If men also had feminist views, we would for them also.
Well, I think it's very important, that all groups out there, again, one of the things that we thrive on here in the country is the equality, equal equality. And there isn't, and it's actually part of scripture. There's no men, there's no women, there's no Greek, there's no Gentile, there's nothing. Everyone is equal. Everyone is equal. And one of the things that I think is very important is, I am running against a female, and I've been told that that's why you're not concerned about, you're not concerned about the female vote. I said, I'm not concerned about the female vote because I have faith that women out there are going to choose the better candidate. And, they're going to do their research. They're not going to be led a certain way. And I'll give you a comment, Jimena, and let me know what you think about it. One of an African American has a podcast. I can't remember his name. You might know it. But he had Vice President Joe Biden on, and he was questioning him in regards to his voting record, and Joe Biden made the comment, "Well, uh, if you're not voting for me, you ain't black." And the guy that was the asking him the questions was an African American, and again, it's very insulting to say that because you're a certain race, automatically you're going to be aligned to vote for a certain group. And one of the things that I tell individuals down here, I don't care if you're a Republican, I don't care if you're a Democrat. I want to vote for the better candidate. I want to hear their platform. I want to hear what they bring to the table. How are you going to be effective enough to make our life better as a community? What is your take?
Well, I think that is a very good point. I know that Biden has said many things that are very problematic, to say the least. But I do believe that most people, especially women, are more likely to kind of be Democrat because of the feminist views within the Democrat Party, as well as African Americans are more likely to be Democrat because of the Republican Party, what they have done to them, and definitely LGBTQ because of their rights and how they might be infringed with the Republican Party. They're more likely to be aligned with Democrats, but it does not mean that all of them are going to be Democrat. There's a lot of people who do like the economical views within the Republican Party, even though the Republican Party has changed drastically in the past 20 or so years. So that is a very big influence within those.
Yeah, and I think it's showing a lot. They've actually called it the Trump Party now, not necessarily the Republican
Oh
Party.
yes, I do really. There's the Republican Party and there's the Democrat, but especially Trump has drastically changed the Republican Party and what it stands for. Now it's, I think, kind of radical.
It is. Well, I think both sides have the radical folks out there. Can you explain the mail-in ballot situation? How does that work for people that don't know? One of the things is that you had till a certain time to to request a mail-in ballot if If you were over the age of 65 and had certain concerns in regards to going out there to vote, they'd mail you your ballot. They get it back before a certain date and time, and once they got it back, they compared your signature with the signature that they had on record, just to make sure that it was the same signature. So, there's a lot of hoopla going on throughout the country, and even here in regards to the sanctity of the vote. Will votes be tainted? Will the mail-in ballots, be bought? And I think it has to do with a lot of the corruption that has existed in our area for a little bit, far too long. Am I concerned about the mail-in ballot situation here currently, presently? I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to have faith in the Cameron County Elections Department for them to do everything in their power to make sure that our race is not tainted, not tainted. But the fear does exist. And I'll give you an example. We were going through the list of individuals that are registered to vote here in our area, because the BISD race is a little bit different. We don't encompass all of Brownsville. We encompass some of Brownsville because some of it is zoned to Los Fresnos. So, we have to make sure that the mail-in ballots that are coming in, coincide. But when we're going through the list, we found that in some households, they had like 7 to 12 or 13 voters in them. So those are the ones I would say that, might, let me question them a little bit in those respects. But it is what it is. Jimena, we were talking about your passion, your wanting to vote. Why are you so passionate about wanting to vote?
Well, other than it being the 100th anniversary, I think that it's just so important for everybody to vote. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, or whatever party, just as long as you get your point across and your voice accounted for. Because we do live in a democracy, and that is something that is amazing that not every country has. So we should definitely make our voices be heard.
Yeah. Do you think that that sentiment exists in a lot of the seniors out there? Individuals that are coming here.
No,
Yes, that's
definitely not.
yeah.
I see a lot of seniors and they turn 18 and like doesn't really matter. It's okay. It takes a long process. It's so hard to get registered, even if it's really not hard to get registered. I helped my brother get registered since he's 18. Did not take me more than a day. It is very simple, but isn't it so hard? It's like, no, the drive is so far away. No, it's not. It's very easy, very simple to vote, but they just don't want to. I don't know why, but they just don't really want to.
What do we need to do, Jimena, to encourage seniors that have turned 18, that are about to turn 18? What do we need to do as a district in order to motivate them to come out and vote or get registered to vote?
That is so simple. It is going to be the simplest thing, and you're going to be just shocked. Every senior has to take an AP or a government class, no matter if it's AP or regular. So if they just tell every government teacher, show the seniors how to vote and show them how to get registered, and if you're a senior, you can get 10 extra points in something, they will all go. For 5 extra points on an assignment, they will all go. So simple. My AP government teacher, he told us how to vote and how to register. And he said, for everybody who's a senior, which everybody was, here's how you register, here's how you vote. But he's the only one of the teachers in all of Hannah High School that shows how to vote. And it was last week, just because I have an amazing government teacher. But no, the teacher told them. I have all my friends didn't know how to register, didn't know where, didn't know how to vote. It's just so easy. But they don't tell them. They didn't tell the government teachers, tell them how to vote or how to register. Even some teachers don't know how to register to vote, and they're already in their 40s.
Yeah. Actually, I found an individual, a teacher just came in. A 45-year-old teacher said that had never voted, but sure as hell is voting in this race. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Question for you, Jimena. Would you care to elaborate regarding your comment about not being part of the district?
Oh, well, I am part of the district, but I am very proud of my school, Homer Hannah High School. I think we're great, but the district itself, oh my God, can do so much better because we have a big budget. We're very large, but we can do so many things. And I actually have them written down, and I'll try to talk to you about them later. But we could do so many things that could help the district in so many ways, but they just choose not to do it. It's so easy, like some things like providing blue light glasses to prevent the blue light from straining our eyes, but they choose not to do it. Some of the food is very bad. Like I have friends who are lactose intolerant, and they're not receiving lunches that are adequate for them. It's just so many things that are little things that could make it better and the school better, but they don't do it. I think I don't know if it's laziness or greediness or a mixture of both.
Well, one of the things that a lot of the students are facing now is having to do a distance learning. How has distance learning been for you, Jimena?
Well, I would like to speak about that a little bit. So I have nothing wrong to say about my teachers. I actually have to thank them for dedication and determination. Each of my teachers has done a fantastic job in class, even out of class during the tutoring hours. They continue to perform outstandingly, despite the fact that BISD doesn't offer teacher hotspots, even though it should be the teacher's responsibility to supply Wi-Fi. BISD, however, has not even done an adequate job of providing hotspots for students either. Students are falling behind on notes because of subpar Wi-Fi. And as our district, South San Antonio, we should be able to do better. Even Port Isabel Independent School District has changed their schedule. Now it's from 8 a.m. to 12 because you understand that as a public school, not every student has their own desk or room to be connected with cameras on from 8:50 to 4:05. It's illogical to expect low-income students to be connected and focused for all that time with noise, sometimes without space, lousy Wi-Fi, non-nutritional food, no materials, and after that, there's homework that they have to do. I have no idea how employed students even function with a terrible schedule. Horizontal High has their final period at 12:01, with teachers' lunch ending at 12:31, with tutoring from 1 to 2:40 and office hours from 2:40 to 4 p.m. That's where an organized schedule that takes the mental health of students and teachers, as well as the academic standard, to consideration. How can anybody with the slightest bit of empathy towards students think that 8:50 to 4:05 is adequate for students? After tutoring, students can log off at 5 and do homework for an hour and finish at 6. Teachers finish tutoring at 5, grade papers, and then work on the lesson plans. Parents are also very stressed out because they have to help their children connect to their classes, then try to be quiet to provide a comfortable space for the children to focus and learn. I don't even get those hours to appropriate level of silence, so then I have to wait until 1 a.m. to start concentrating my homework because the district hasn't done anything to ensure the mental health of students. I have 0 emails from my school counselors to check up on me and how I'm feeling. They have not made it clear if there's anyone to talk to if you need it. There was a virtual meeting for parents, but not somewhere for students to learn about mental health resources.
100%. And I appreciate that. And let me say one of the things and I appreciate your ideas and your input in regards to it. One of the things that I've been proposing for a while is to have a type of a student committee, a student council, individual or maybe two individuals from each of the high schools that are seniors that are involved with their student body, and have them meet maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks, and have them make a presentation before the board so that the board could be in tune in regards to what are the wants, the desires of a lot of our students. Also, hopefully motivating the students to say, hey, we're actually being listened to by the individuals that are actually making decisions that not only affect our parents, our teachers, our staff, but also the students. What do you think about that?
Yes, that is a very great idea. But the thing is, the BSD board members are scared. I've seen them at events, and I go up to them and I try to talk to them, and they say, "Okay, I'm in a rush. I have to go. Bye, bye, bye." Like, I'm 17. How can this 40-year-old person be scared of me for a conversation? What could I possibly do to them? But they're just so scared of any conversation. Just go take a picture with my group because at my event that they didn't help at, they come take a picture, post it everywhere so they look better, and then just go. Not even talk to us, not even ask how we're doing. How is that fair? What do you think you're doing? That they're tricking us? Tricking the public? We know what they're doing. We know what they're trying to do. They look worse trying to hide from us.
100%. When are the mail-in ballots going to be mailed? They should have already been mailed, Melissa. If you have not received yours by now, please contact Cameron County Elections Department and get her done. Now, if for some reason you have not received it, uh, do curbside voting. Just ride in your car and go out there and do your curbside voting. It'll be okay. Mike, I'm not ignoring your questions. I'm going to get back to your questions. What a brilliant and articulate young lady.
Thank you.
A good evening, Erasmo. Bendiciones, Michael. Thank you. Mailed out again. If it hasn't been mailed out by now, contact the elections department and then let me know, please, Melissa. We need that vote. Apathy, voter apathy, too much voter apathy. I registered lots of seniors. Love you.
Good.
Yes. Did y'all register for selective service? I did a long time ago. I don't think Jimena gets to register for selective service. Word on the street: Biden can take Texas.
I
Uh,
hope so.
uh,
But it's very red. One of the things that was happening in Texas is that some cities, like Houston, have put the drop-in ballots very far away. So some people have to drive hours to be able to drop in their ballots, and that's because they put it in red areas and not blue areas. So we know what's happening. Again, we see the governor, what he's doing, what he's trying to do, and they think that they're tricking us when we can see everything that they're doing. How is that even logical?
well, it's going to be interesting because there is that saying. They've been saying it for a while. They thought it was going to go blue during 2 years ago during the Beto O'Rourke election. It didn't happen. Again, it's been out there. Well, Texas is going to go blue. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening, and I'm not as excited in regards to the choice that the Democrats made in regards to getting Biden as the individual to lead the party into the White House. I have a lot of doubts, Jimena, that Biden is going to be successful against President Trump.
Completely agree. I personally thought it was going to be Bernie Sanders. I was completely sure it was going to be Sanders. I sent all of my friends. I spent hours trying to register them and just push them to go vote. And they were all there voting for Sanders. And just for the next day to be no, Biden won. Heartbreaking.
Well, let me tell you, Jimena, this is the second time that they
Oh,
screwed
yes.
Bernie Sanders. But
Such an amazing person.
who screwed him over, right?
Oh, Clinton?
The the Democratic Party, the DNC.
Oh,
And
well,
see,
wait, yeah.
that is why
He was at the second page at the bottom for the primaries. Second page at the bottom. That's just insane to me.
well, even was it 3.5 years ago, Bernie should have been the
Primary nominee, yes.
presidential candidate for the Democratic Party, but the DNC they passed it on to Hillary Clinton. It was a big mistake. It
It
really
was.
turned a lot of individuals off in regards to the Democratic Party. This year, you'd think that the Democrats would have learned their lesson, Jimena. They didn't. They did it to Bernie again.
Yes, and I actually saw and read that a lot of people were saying that if it would have been Sanders against Trump the first time, he would have won, and we wouldn't be in this mess right now.
Yes,
He would definitely would have done a better job.
you do have to request a mail-in ballot, and the deadline to request one has already passed, guys. But again, for if individuals, I think the question was that they had requested, they hadn't received it. I agree, Jimena. You are amazing. Yes.
Thank you.
Hang
Oh,
in.
and I wanted to comment, David Castro, you are definitely correct. After 9 minutes sitting down after the class on my computer, it does hurt my back, my legs hurt, my eyes hurt. That's why I wanted to say that maybe they should offer some seat cushions, the blue light glasses, or something to help the students. And Mayra Gonzalez, yes, definitely. That's why I had commented that some teachers, I don't even know what you're doing. I had teachers who are tutoring, grading tests. I get notification, your tests have been graded, 2 a.m., 1 a.m. I am so sorry for you guys. Even I specifically, I don't even know how you guys do it, grading hundreds of papers and getting your class ready for the next day and trying to do tutoring and helping every single one. You guys are doing 100 times the work than the BISD members are doing. Thank you so much.
What is your take in regards to the administration and the current board and how they've handled the distance learning and COVID-19 situation for students?
Absolute trash. Absolute trash. There is no way that they even thought of anything. They probably just thought this is a new way to get money for us. They didn't provide anything. My materials that they were supposed to bring, I didn't get anything. Some of my friends only got a binder and a pen. Excuse me, we're not turning in papers. Why do we need pens? Why can you provide us an iPad, a proper internet hotspot, actual good food, a binder and a pen? Who is that helping? We don't have paper right now.
Well,
It's just chaotic.
one of the things, one of the things that I have issues with, Jimena, is broken promises. You know,
Oh,
I want individuals to keep their word. And during this, when distance learning was going to start, one of the things that you mentioned in regards to a binder and a pen, so
the
they
pen.
promised all students school supplies.
Yes, my mom sent me a picture when it was summer. And it's like, hey, look, you're gonna be in a backpack, couple binders, a pen, pencils. You might not need it, but good for you to have. Didn't get anything. Where is it? I don't even know. But why can we get an iPad, a pencil, or like, well, an Apple Pencil or something? Why a pen? We're not writing on paper. You need to understand that right now, different times. We need good Wi-Fi, good Chromebooks, actual iPads, something, not just broken promises, bad food, and some posts on their Facebook page and trying to get reelected. Just because you send a picture on Facebook, it does not mean you're going to get reelected.
But it sounds like you're very passionate in regards to your disapproval of the current board and what they've done. Do you plan to continue to tell students who are able to vote to please come out and vote so there could be the needed change that the district needs?
Yes, I struggle so much, but I'll call my friends, be like, are you on your way to vote? Have you gone? Send me pictures that you're there. It's very hard, but I do want it because I do want the change, especially because I know that Carlos Elizondo is going to do an amazing job because he actually has, shocker, empathy for students and actually cares about students, which should be a given, but surprise, it is not. And the worst part, they should take accountability and responsibility for what they have done. You personally have had several mistakes, just like everybody else. You need to take accountability and responsibility. They have not said anything about what they have done and about what they're doing. They keep on doing what they're doing, just suppressing the voters, ignoring the students, ignoring the teachers and the staff. It is not going to end well. They could easily right now change it. Give us proper internet, proper food, change the schedule, do something for the teacher and the students and the staff. They choose not to. Every single day, it's a choice. Every single day, they can make a change, but they choose not to. And that's what's important. That's what, when you have your ballot in your hand, you have to remember that every single day, even today, they could change what they're doing, but they don't. So you cannot vote these people in. It is impossible and illogical.
100%. I'll bring back Tulsi Gabbard. I actually like Tulsi Gabbard. I thought she was pretty awesome. Big mistake. Yes, I agree. Let's see. Passed by Erasmo on Friday and didn't get a shirt or a cap. John Priscilla Mora. Sorry. I actually have some shirts with me in my car, so you can pass by tomorrow and I'll get you some shirts. I think I might have run out of caps, but we'll see what we can do. Good evening, Mr. Castro. Very smart young lady. Uh, oh,
Thank
Ken,
you.
I thought you were saying me. I appreciate the young. God bless you. Thank you. Love you. Bernie is a communist. We are not in a mess. Well, let me tell you, I think if we're referring to Brownsville, Texas, we are in a pickle. We are in a big pickle.
Oh, yes.
In a big pickle.
If you don't think that we're in a mess, just remember that 48% of the kids here live in poverty and 80% of the population is obese or overweight. So if you don't think that we're in a pickle or a little messed up, then you just can't read the facts. And I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, we are in a pickle in regards to what's happening at the district. Let me tell you guys, one of the things that this administration and this corrupt school board majority have wanted to do is continue to send more students onto campus, and that they think that's solution. This is my take, Jimena. My take is instead of fulfilling the responsibility of providing you students with the necessary equipment in order to have safe and a good experience while distance learning. They'd rather save that money and bring the students all back onto campus. To hell with their health, to hell with their safety, to hell with their life. It's just a way for them to save money, and it's something that's been a constant because all they talk about is the financial, financial, financial. At the end of the day, Jimena, is that what is more important?
Also, they're gonna be sending students in, and they're not really caring because I have little siblings. My little sister, she's 3, and my little brother is 2. If I go to school and I get the virus, I could put their lives in danger. They're not thinking about some people live with, like my stepdad, he's diabetic. I cannot put his life at risk. I cannot put my little siblings' life at risk. And also, are they going to be paying teachers double? Because they're going to be doing double the work. Or are they going to spend to be underpaid and do double the work, do online learning for students, and then in person, and then assign both assignments, do the grading? Are they going to be paying them double or a little raise? Or just expect them to do nothing but to do double the work?
Well, what are you looking for, Jimena? Because even if you don't vote, you are part of the community, and the decisions that the next board that's going to be elected after November the 3rd, they are going to make decisions that affect your life and your siblings' life, and our community's life. What do you look for in a board member?
Well, I look for empathy, sympathy, and intelligence and logic, which should be givens, but I have realized that they are not. I want somebody that realizes that we live in different times right now. We cannot just send everybody to school and expect that everything is going to be okay, because it will not. It will cause more of a mess than we are right now. So what are we going to do? We should be able to give teachers the appropriate time with appropriate schedule. Somebody that can realize that 8:50 to 4:05 it's not possible for most students. For teachers, I thought I read one teacher that said that she cannot because she's sending grades in super late. Some teachers are sleeping in super late. I see my phone. I just got an email from my teacher like 1 minute ago, and they're grading right now, and they're grading at all times of the night. And I love my teachers so much, and I appreciate them so much. So I just want a board member to know that they are not doing it for the money, but they're doing it for the students, for the teachers, for the staff, because we are the future. And they need to understand to focus on the teachers and the students. In the school right now, oh, and yes, Katsili, they do run away from me. I was at events last year, and I would be like, hey, my name is Simona Alcardo. Can I please speak to you about this and this? And they'd be like, sorry, but I'm too busy. But they're not supposed to take a picture with my group, take a selfie and a video for their Instagram lives and for their Instagram stories. That's okay. But a conversation that will last 2 minutes, that's too much for them.
That's crazy. Uh, and let me say, one of the things that I think is very important is, the administration has made some comments, and I'm going to share them with you. I don't know if you've heard them. Administration has said, there are recordings that teachers are lazy, that they don't want to work, that if they can go to Walmart, they can go to HEB, they can go to all these places. Why can't they come to work? So again, uh, what is your take? Do you think teachers are lazy, don't want to work?
Definitely not. How dare they say such a thing? My teachers, every single one of them, has done an amazing and spectacular job. After school tutoring, which I'm not even sure if they're getting paid for to do, helping register us to vote, checking our papers, checking them twice, doing revisions, even checking my tests up to 5 times because I want to make it perfect, and they make things perfect. They're just so nice, and for them to think that they're lazy, who's lazy is the board members who don't even do anything, that they're hiding. Especially Silva Atkinson, she's the one that has run away from me 3 times at 3 different events. Obviously, for the right reason. But there is no way that you're being lazy. Even calling during their lunch times to make sure that everything is perfect, that I don't need any help. They're being more helpful than my counselors, actually. Like, do you need any help? Is there anything that I can help you with? How are you feeling? How are you doing? How is that lazy? They're doing more than their job. They could easily just fail students because their Wi-Fi is lagging, because BIC doesn't offer proper Wi-Fi. They're doing it from their phone. because BA doesn't offer hotspots for teachers. How is that being lazy?
Well, you said something that's very impressive, and I I have the opportunity to speak to counselors, to teachers, custodial staff, FNS staff, uh, everyone, transportation, and everyone tells me the same thing because something that you just mentioned, you know, they have never worked harder in their educational career ever than right now. So for them to hear from administration, from this corrupt board majority that they're lazy, they don't want to work, it's demoralizing. It's very sad. And one of the things that they told me is, they haven't had a weekend, they haven't had a vacation, because they are constantly having to prepare. Like you just mentioned, you received a text message, a message from one of your teachers just a minute ago. That is how dedicated our staff is. That is how dedicated our teachers are. Don't you agree?
Definitely. Not only that, even extracurriculars, which they're not getting paid for. We're talking during Saturdays, checking our essays because I'm in mock trial. So in a mock trial, checking our questions, our opening statements, my skills USA professor or teacher, checking everything, making sure the competency and things are in order. They're not getting paid for that, doing it in their lunchtime, in their weekend, checking things. How is that lazy? They're not even getting paid for it, but they're just doing it to help us, to help putting in our college application, to help for in the future. What is BASD doing? They can even help us with UIL.
Amen. Also wondering when the board is going to give our staff of the year something better than a yes. I thought they were getting at least a cool jacket or something. Yeah, that would be kind of nice. A jacket in the middle of fall, winter, Brownsville. Love you, primo. Yeah, our people are obese and poor, but what's actually being done to fix that? Nothing. We have a social problem in the valley. Our population focuses on materialism, and who has an iPhone and an F-150? Well, I got an iPhone. I don't have an F-150, but I'd like to have one. But I agree, and I think that's one of the things that Jimena was making mention in regards to. We have to offer better choices in regards to the food that we're offering our students out there. And one of the things, and I'll share this. One of the things that I did as a board member, I was able to to tweak some on the school menus. Not enough as I wanted to, but it's one of the things that we really really need to do. It's very sad that other school districts have salad bars. They have a lot of healthier choices where individuals have an opportunity, to satisfy a lot of the dietary needs that different individuals have. But I will say that one of the number one concerns for, I would say, a great percentage of our students out there is the food. Would you agree?
Oh, definitely. Actually, I wanted to say that the federal law and the National School Lunch Program and the school breakfast program regulations require schools to make accommodations for children who cannot eat the school meal prepared because of disability. One of my friends actually informed me that she is receiving inadequate lunches despite reporting to a school that she is lactose intolerant. There is, you see that in Brownsville, 40% of kids live in poverty, and 80% of our population is obese or overweight. They should be encouraging healthy eating habits, especially those who are lower income backgrounds. There's no excuse for unhealthy lunches to an area known for higher rates of obesity. A healthy lifestyle should not be excluded to private school kids or even wealthy students.
100%. What Jimena's opinion about forcing students and teachers back on campus?
That is the stupidest idea I have heard since the pandemic started. Are you really going to force students who you don't know what their background, you don't know who they live with, risk them to catching a deadly virus? That is insane. And even teachers, they're doing the work amazingly from their house. Why should we force them to go to a place where they're not comfortable with, that they might infect their children, their family members? We cannot force them to do such a thing. If they're working well from their houses, which they are, why should we force them back? Some students, we don't really want to go back. We just want proper materials. We just want us to good Wi-Fi, adequate lunches, and the materials like maybe an iPad, a seat cushion, blue light glasses, simple things that they are not offering, which they could. They're just greedy, and that's why they're not offering those things.
actually the glasses. I really I like that idea because it would be something very inexpensive, but something that would benefit a great number, if not all, of our students out there. One of the things that I think we have to understand is that there's going to be some situations, especially with our special ed students, Jimena.
Mhm.
And one of the comments that one of the deputy superintendents had made was that that the special ed teachers had been neglectful. Special ed staff had been neglectful during the summer months, and I even felt offended by that, and I felt very very bad for our special education teachers because I've actually heard stories, Jimena, of our special ed teachers, standing in the front lawn of our special ed kids' houses, in order to, give them the lesson that they needed. And I think, we all want respect. You mentioned, how the board members had avoided, some of your questions, didn't have time to give you, that's a lack of respect. Yeah, that's
And
the lack of
how
respect.
dare they? Again, it disgusts me that they're insulting teachers. I don't take any special ed classes, but I've seen those classes and I've seen those teachers. They care so much about their students. I talked to them when it was our Ribbon Week last year, and we went to talk to the students as part of Skills USA, and they were so welcoming, so nice. I saw a little bit how they were taking care of their students, shocked me. It looked as if almost they were like their parents, just so careful and so nice and so understanding to each and every single one of the students. How dare BISD members tell that to teachers, especially special ed teachers? That takes another kind of patience and determination that personally I don't even have. I don't think that I could even do that. But those teachers, they amaze me every single day. How dare BISD tell them that? They should be ashamed how to train teachers and how to train students.
I agree. Even what is your opinion on Sylvia Atkinson still going to meetings and making decisions that affect you and other students?
It's just I hate her, and I know that it's a big word, but he's just such a bad person. Even at the meetings or different events, trying to dodge my questions, dodge me as a whole. She's making, obviously, as we can see by how BISC is doing right now, horrible decisions. She should not be there, and she just should not be making decisions for anybody, especially the school and especially us as students. Anybody would be better than her, honestly.
Well, one of the other things, I'm not sure if you're aware, she is going to trial uh, on the 26th of
Yes,
this for taking bribe from an undercover federal agent. And
not surprised.
she's going to be gone for a long, long time. And it couldn't have happened to a better person. As she deserves everything she's going to get. But with that
I'm
said,
not surprised, and I would honestly, if she's not scared, why doesn't she let everybody be there? Why doesn't she live stream the case so everybody can see what's going on inside and what she really did? If she's not scared, but if she's, I understand. But honestly, just come up and say, "I'm not scared." Live stream what's happening. Live stream what they're saying.
amen. Kudos to this young lady. Thank you, Griselda. I just spent my Sunday creating all new art lesson because of distance learning. Lessons have to be different. Students are asking things on the weekend, and of course, we are going to respond. There you go, Helena. No weekends, no time off for our staff.
Yes, and thank you, Mr. Castro or David Castro. I've seen so many teachers do this. My extracurricular teachers are doing it from mock to Skills USA, even debate. They're just trying so much. So on top of the regular classes, making new lesson plans, creating things on software that they don't even know about. Just doing so much for our students. What is BIC doing? They haven't changed anything, haven't done anything. Why are we going to vote for them again if they haven't changed anything and if they haven't done anything?
Yes, I agree. Nothing changes because we as a population don't care to see who's running our city. It's all about me, me, me. Most people in Brownsville couldn't tell you who the mayor is, nor do they care anyway. And let me tell you, Ozzy, that is why it is our responsibility to continue to educate and encourage individuals to become a part of the electoral process. And I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, one of the things that I first had to deal with when I decided to run for office was I found that only 8 9% of the registered voters in the city of Brownsville actually came out to vote. But let me tell you, it's the system that they uh, fomented in regards to keeping everyone as sheep here in Brownsville in our area. And they fomented this culture because it serves them well. As long as they have 8 or 9% of the population going out to vote, they could win every single race out there because they have their base of individuals. That is why when a candidate like Erasmo Castro shows up and says, I'm not a part of that corrupt political machine. I'm not out there trying to get vendor money. I'm not out there trying to, make a buck that should be going to our students, should be going to our staff, should be going to our community. When someone like me comes on the scene, they start to shake, shiver, and shine. And let me tell you, with this presidential election season, I'm estimating 30 to 35,000 people are going to come out and vote. If that is the case, it is going to be unheard of in the BISD race. If we actually have 30 to 35,000 people coming out to vote, there's no way Erasmo Castro is going to lose this race. And let me tell
No
you,
way they're gonna lose.
there's no way that Carlos Elizondo is going to lose this race, guys, because finally it's like that sleeping giant has woken up. And it's not only woken up at BISD in regards to the staff, but it's also woken up in the community where they've seen how ineffective the leadership, quote unquote, leadership has been out there. And something that inspired me once having received Jimena's story and the request to come on the show tonight, the thing that inspired me is now I'm starting to think that our students are starting to be woke. Am I right, Jimena?
Oh, definitely. Because before, when it was like 2016, 17, I would just hear, oh, I'm going to vote for this person because so and so told me to vote. But what do they stand for? What are their policies? Oh, they just told me to vote for them. And now it's like, well, I'm going to vote for this one because of this, this, and this. More people are starting to see it from everywhere because they're starting to see on Facebook, Twitter, even TikTok, more videos about politics. And they're seeing what they want, seeing who they stand for. And I was like, I'm crazy for wanting to vote for this person.
I'm
And definitely.
Good. I'm voting this weekend. As well, you have my 5 votes. My family voted last week and also gave you the 5. Come November 3rd, baby, change is coming. You better believe it. Thank you, Eddie. And one of the things that I'm going to continue to encourage my people out there, we don't only need your votes, we need your family's votes, we need your friends' votes, we need to get your senior friends that can vote out to vote. It only takes 5 minutes, guys. It only takes 5 minutes, but it could change the destiny of 40,000 of our students, 6,700 of our staff members, guys. It can create a major impact. You and your 10, 20 votes that you can bring to the table are going to make the difference this coming November the 3rd. And remember November, guys, for the different food for medical reason, they need to go to the nurse who then give the info to the school's FNS manager. Yes, I think right now the situation with our FNS director is that she doesn't know what the heck she's doing. She's spending her time, being not very nice to a lot of our FNS workers out there, and is wanting to hire her comadre from Port Isabel that got fired. Desperately wants to give her a job, and that benefits no one. This young lady should be invited back periodically to give a student point of view. Oh, yeah, open invitation. What we could do is, go out there and you could be our test the waters with our students individual, and then come back and let us know what is the sentiment of our students. So, yeah, open invitation, man. You can come back if you care to, like next week, and see, what the
I would love to.
good, what the progress is in regards to our student population out there. Rest in peace, your cat. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Baba. I love you. Thank you. Why would you put our students and staff at risk for money? That's just selfish at BISD. And yes, we need the glasses for our students. My son complains of headaches being on the screen most of the day. Jimena?
Oh, definitely. And plus, they cost like $10 per student. So if they were to get them for all the students, I'm sure it would be way, way cheaper. They just don't want to. We could get the cats. I just read cats. Sorry, the glasses. We would get the seat cushions. So many things, but they just don't want to. What would I change at my school? so like the glasses, I want the seat cushions, I want them to provide proper Wi-Fi, not just for me as students, but for teachers too. Teachers complain that they have told me like when we're in class, sorry students, but my Wi-Fi is laggy, just moved in, so I'm gonna be on my phone. And then they cut off. Yeah, I'm sorry, but the school doesn't offer Wi-Fi because us teachers should be our responsibility, not the school district. I'm sorry, like, are they paying you the extra money for the Wi-Fi? No, they're not. They're actually underpaying you, and now they're making you pay for all your materials. That is insane. And at my school, I personally love my school, Humana High School. They've inspired me to do so many things, but it's just the board that is not doing a change, that is not trying to make the students' lives better. Like I would actually personally thank my teachers, my debate teacher, my mock draft teacher, my skills USA teacher, and even my government teacher. Thank you so much. But I apologize for the school board not treating you right, for offending you and telling each and every single one of you that you're lazy, because you are not. All of you have done an amazing job, every single teacher from every single BISD school. And I am so sorry that the school board offending, telling you that you're lazy and that you don't want to work. That is completely opposite. They're just scared. They don't want to do a change. They want to blame it on you and find you as a scapegoat. You should not be the scapegoat. Every single one of us should stand up and not vote for them, so they know that their thing of trying to just keep the money, their greenness, is not going to stand in our city and our district. We need change, and this time, this year, this election, we will enact change.
I like Jimena, and I agree
Thank you.
with you 100%. Uh, Jimena is right on point. And let me tell you guys, uh, change is coming. Change is coming because our people are tired. They're tired of broken promises. They're tired of individuals who are ineffective for 3.5 years, and then 6 months before they ask to be reelected, then they start throwing out crumbs. And that, Jimena, has been the mantra of this election cycle for us here. We've told individuals that we don't deserve the crumbs. Our people deserve the whole cookie. And for too long, these individuals who are shouldn't be out there for public service, having serving themselves with the resources that should be going back to our district, should be going back to our students, should be going back to our staff, and they have squandered, they have stolen, they have kept keeping us in ruin by offering us only crumbs. And that has been the
It's been
mantra.
going for long enough, and we need to say not anymore. We can finally enact a change. We do not deserve the crumbs. We pay enough taxes. We do enough to just get nothing, to get a pencil and a binder. How is that possible? We get enough funding from the state, enough funding from the district, from property taxes to get what? A single pen. I didn't even get the pen or the binder or even a single pencil. For
Nothing.
what? Like my parents pay taxes. We do everything. Why?
Well, you're
And
right on
even
point.
through extracurricular activities. For lunch, we don't get nice breakfast. For breakfast during UIL meets, we got tacos from Stripes because that's what the board gave us for our funding for UIL. Breakfast tacos from Stripes. And sometimes not even lunch. Breakfast
Wow.
tacos from Stripes. You think that's good for me, a debater who hasn't even lost a debate? I get tacos from Stripes
Well, I kind of like tacos.
and a water bottle sometimes.
But I'm like a little bit older. Erasmo, you should have run over little Eddie with a scooter so he couldn't call the cops. And I'll share what happened, guys. We were out there Saturday, and we go get out there early, and we're doing a thing for everyone. It's Carlos Elizondo, myself, Frankie or Olivo was there, Miss Miller, Argelia Miller was there. We were all out there, cheering on individuals, encouraging them to come out and vote, come out and vote, because we got to get the numbers out there. And that's one of the things, Jimena, that I try to tell people. Look, the campaign is basically over right now. These next 2 weeks, because we've already had 1 week of early voting, these next 2 weeks, our goal is to be the cheerleaders for the individuals that are coming out to vote. Come out to vote. Come out to vote. Exercise your right. Exercise your duty to express yourself. Your voice be heard via the ballot box. So that is what we're doing out there. Well, this Saturday, uh, Carlos Elizondo's opponent and and Coach Joe Rod and Marisa Leal's opponent, Minerva Peña, they decided they were going to file police reports. And they actually had police officers go to our campsite 5 times just in the morning. 5 times. And I got to the point that I had to ask the police guys, is there not anything better for the police officers to do than to come over? And they stated and I'm not blaming the police officers. And let
No,
me,
that's definitely not.
I'm not.
But the waste of tax dollars that could go towards our education, our infrastructure. Are you kidding me? 5 times that a police officers those salaries?
squandering squandering our city's resources on nothing. The only reason that they did it was to harass and to intimidate. And what's funny is that Minerva Peña's dog went out there and filed a police report that I was harassing her, and I'm going like, huh? They're harassing us, not the police officers. The police officers were very kind, very courteous. They mentioned, they said, guys, we're just doing our jobs. They file a complaint. We have to come and verify it. They, again, nothing against police officers. It's against Carlos Elizondo's opponent, Little Eddie, and Minerva Peña for being so petty and having no regard for our law enforcement personnel, individuals who have other things to do, other more important things to dedicate their time to than to coming out there and making sure that we're not standing on the sidewalk. Come on, guys.
That
And
is a waste of resources and their time. It's just ridiculous. But the one thing to notice, the one thing that is good of that is that we know that they're scared. If they were sure that we're gonna win, they wouldn't have caught anybody. They wouldn't have shown up. But they're scared because they see that everybody's noticing what they're doing and who they are. If they were okay with everything, if they were so sure that we're gonna win, why would they call them 5 times? Why would they try to be corrupt and do those things and waste police officers' time? They're scared, and good that we know it.
look at this, Imena.
Our campus special ed teachers went to each child's home to make sure the parents were able to log in the Chromebooks in their own time.
And remember this. Remember what the deputy superintendent says. Oh, the special ed teachers are being neglectful. And Maria, you heard the recording. I mean, they said it in the meeting. So what do you think, Jimena, with Maria's comment and the deputy superintendent saying that our special ed teachers were neglectful?
They should be grateful for every single teacher, especially the special ed teachers. They don't know what they're doing. They don't ask about the lesson plans or how long they take doing those. They just think that, oh, they're a waste of our money. They don't know what they're doing. They're lazy. Excuse me, they do more work in a day than do the whole year or the whole election. They only work 10 days before the election. And you think that we don't notice? They think that we're too stupid to notice? Excuse me? That's an insult to us, the people, us, the voters, and the teachers. The little chatterbox. Oh.
Mira nomás, mira los Castro taking. Look, guys, y'all can make all the fake accounts that you want, Little Eddie. Y'all can make all the fake accounts that you want, Daniela. Y'all can make all the fake accounts you want, Denise and Minerva Peña. You're not going to serve on the board on November the 3rd. And let me tell you, for you to be out there, Minerva Peña, Eddie Garcia, Daniela Lopez, and trying to offend one of our students who's expressing herself, shame on you. That is how petty and insignificant you all are.
Or just say, come on, I'm 17. Are they scared to debate against 17-year-old, these 40-year-old people? Or what? I'm not scared to debate them. They were too scared to talk to me. Let's do a debate. No, but they're trying to make fake accounts because they're scared and intimidated by a 17-year-old.
Bring it on, guys.
Or come on, do a live stream, but they're too scared to read the comments and see what they really think of them.
We'll do a tag team. Jimena and Erasmo versus Little Eddie and Daniela Lopez Valdez. We're throwing out the gauntlet. We're challenging you. Tag team.
Respond. If they don't, then everybody here can know they're just scared of a 17-year-old.
Jimena, what would you change at your school?
Physically, I think even somebody commented that we need new floors, new ceilings, new desks, or portables. Why do we need portables? Why can't we have some nice buildings? I go to Homer High School, and I had some class in portables. There were ants, sometimes cockroaches. The dead, they had gum at the back. So it was so embarrassing because I bounced my leg. So when I bounced my leg, gum was on the bottom. So then I had to go to the restroom and try to scrape the piece of gum from my jeans. So we need better desks. There's some that even have proven that they're better. That even STAZ has them, that they have wheels so they could change the sides. There's just so many. Oh, Homerana High School. I attended Homerana High School, and the portables are a joke. Our Wi-Fi is a joke. If I have my own laptop, which I do, the library said that they're not allowed to give me the Wi-Fi password for my own devices, which I don't know why. I can't even have the school Wi-Fi on my own devices to do my own homework. Those are some of the things that I will physically change.
Answer your question. Me too. The numbers as of yesterday, because we still don't have the numbers for today. The numbers as of yesterday for BISD, we have had 15,841 voted up to October 17th. That is a record. It's a record, and it is 17. I'm sorry, 15,841 as of yesterday. So remember, guys, we still have two more votes, two more weeks of early voting. So, guys, that needs to inspire you, and I'm going to have our students also out there. Guys, I've been calling y'all out, guys. Our students, y'all have to come out and vote. You have to become a part of the electoral process. The decisions that this corrupt board is making and these wonky administration at the Class Palace affects you directly. So we need you to come out and vote. We need you out here. We need you to be a part of the electoral process. Do you agree, Jimena?
Definitely. It's just they are definitely scared because a lot of people are coming out and vote. And they just can't manipulate that little group that actually listens to them. With the masses, they can manipulate us. We know, we read, we see the facts. And that's what matters. That's why they don't want to talk, they don't want to debate. What do you have against them? They just have their opinions. Well, we have the facts, we have the actual story. They just don't want to talk. They want to run away from the problem. Just wait until they get reelected or reelected because they're not going to this year. And just keep on stealing money from the students, from the middle schools, the elementary schools. They're stealing money from them so they don't get a good education, which will impact their future. So they can keep a little circle just being in power. We have to break the chain and have more people who actually care about us be in charge or be actual leaders, because the leadership that we have now is a joke.
It is a joke. Jimena's right on. She's on fire. She is 100% correct. We also need to
I'm
call.
just not scared of them. They are scared of me. They don't want to talk to me. When I talked to them, I was 16. So at least 17-year-old, almost 18. No, they were scared of a 16-year-old who I was in my uniform for my Skills USA doing an event for the police for the walkathon. I was there and some of the board members were there and I wanted to talk to them. They ran away, not to the walkathon, but away to their cars. So they could not talk to me as a 16-year-old.
Picture moment.
After the picture, after they took their live stream, after they posted them on Instagram, they're like, who are you with? Oh my God, Homerana High School, yay, take a picture, and then run away. What type of leadership is that? What type of example is that? We should be able to lead by example, and they're not doing so. We should be able to see, yeah, corruption is wrong. What are they going to do?
We also need to vote. Who might be future teachers next year? 100%. College students, if you are listening, guys, this is your district, guys. So in your hands is the future of your workplace for a lot of the college students that plan to come back and teach here at the district. So you have to come out and start planting those seeds so that when you're ready to come on board to be professors, to be teachers, to be our architects, to be our builders, to be our engineers at the district, because we employ 6,700 individuals at the district. You might be preparing your future job by going out today, this week, and vote. And vote, because we're all connected. We're all a part of the same community. It takes a village. I've always wanted to say that. Jimena, you can visit AOBE's website to check if your friends and family have voted. Oh, great.
Yes, and I am very persistent, and my family has already voted, my brother already voted, my cousins already voted, and definitely my friends. I have pushed them. They like send me a selfie, send me a picture, send me the video that you're there, and they do because my persistence does work. Or in my case, annoyance. Even with Trey Mendez, I basically had to annoy him to clean the little like resaca in front of Hannah, so annoy him to it. There's, I think, there was a food truck in the food truck area in Brownsville. I had to see them and go up to him and talk to him, email him, text him until it got clean. So I might be annoying, but at least I get things done.
Hey, man, this is for you.
You should be able to speak to students out of the schools because at Hannah it would be amazing. You can input from many. Oh, definitely. That's why I have friends from different schools. That's why I got the information that I said earlier about PISD, that they're doing amazing with their schedule because it's not my opinion, it's their facts and what they're experiencing with their schedules. So they're way better. It's not just from Hannah, but it's from other schools. That's why I think I'm a little qualified to be here right now. I'm not just talking about Hannah in the district, but from other schools as well.
Well, see, that's one of the things that I like. In regards to after I read your writ, one of the things that I liked was it was like a collaboration of ideas. A lot of different concerns that you are expressing for a lot of our students out there, because it's something that is needed. One of the things that I've been concerned with this district is we've never brought in the experts. We when the pandemic started, as of today, this happened started 7 months ago here at the district. As of today, they have not brought in one single doctor, one single scientist, one single nurse to express what is their opinion in regards to bringing our students back. Maybe if they had brought in the scientists, the doctors,
They will look bad, and that's why they don't want to.
yeah, maybe then they would have brought in the light filters, the glasses, or the other things. But they didn't because they didn't bring in the experts. The decisions that have placed our staff members and our students' health, well-being, livelihood, and life in danger have been out of greed because they only care about the money.
Definitely. That's why I really like Carlos Elizondo because he's actually a nurse and he's been a paramedic. He's seen the things and he knows that going to school with thousands of students, because I go to Hannah, we're a big school with a lot of people, that is just not going to work. With teachers, not going to work. It's affecting every single class. It's obvious he was ignored or just told to be quiet, which should not be a thing because they're too scared of people who actually know and are actually intelligent and educated. Those people are silenced.
Have you met the superintendent, Dr. Rene Gutierrez? Did he listen to your concerns?
I have not met him because I don't even know how to contact him. So I think it says a lot about how I can even contact anyone.
We see that's
You
what
were like easiest. Thank you so much. You will literally respond to my text within 5 minutes. That is, everybody should be able to listen. Thank you so much to listen to my concerns. You're so easy to talk to, and thank you so much. That is one thing that nobody else in BISD, superintendent, even sometimes, like teachers are easy to talk to, but other BISD board members, nothing. They run away. I see them in person, nothing. So thank you so much. It's just such a big difference from every single one of those corrupt people who are scared, like somebody that knows the facts.
Well, I don't know if you know about me, but one of the things that I'm very famous for is I listen to everyone. I listen, and I think you know that, especially in Hannah, my Hannah students, they love Erasmo Castro.
Oh, yes.
And, but one of the things, and I'll share this with you, man. When we would have events, and when I was on the board, every single time that they would walk in, no one would clap, no one would say anything. As soon as I came in, everyone went
Yes.
crazy. But the reason, and a lot of people would make up, oh well, no. The reason is students can tell when someone is genuine. Students know when someone actually cares, someone actually gives a damn. They know, they can tell. You're not going to pull a fast one on students these days. And students knew then, and students know now that they have in Erasmo Castro someone that will listen to them, someone that will hear their concerns, someone that will take action. And that is the type of leadership that we're needing, not only from Erasmo Castro this November the 3rd, but Carlos Elizondo, Frankie Olivo, Vito Cárdenas, Sargelia Miller, Marisa Leal, Coach Joe Rodriguez. These individuals that have thrown their hat in the ring, that are not connected to the corrupt political machine, that are not out there only for the money, or only looking at the finances, but looking at the health, the well-being, the livelihood, and the life of every single individual out on campus.
Definitely. From Hannah, I saw so many where like, do you see new Erasmus face? Do you see his tweet? Do you see his Facebook? Everybody like was presenting to you because they know and they knew that if they commented, if they expressed their concerns, you would be able to listen to them and respond to them and take them seriously. Well, all the other ones are just like they're students. Who cares about them? They can't even vote. But you actually listen. You know that I can't vote, but you still want to listen to me and what I have to say because I'm a student and everybody else doesn't really care.
My daughter, who is 7 years old, is asking, Daddy, why is she so passionate? I'm telling her that she wants change and wants her voice to be heard to all the injustices. She's going on good role model, Jimena. Thank you, Jimena.
Oh, thank you very much. Actually, in like 7 years, I went around for district representative. So in 7 years, all of you can vote for me, and I will actually implement change because I don't care about the money. I just want my little siblings to have a good school, a good city, because we're an amazing city, an amazing district, an amazing state. We just need good people. I want somebody that my little 3-year-old sister can look up to. I don't want them to be looking up to Sylvia Atkinson. Why would they look up to her? I want somebody that they can look up to and be like, I want to be like her.
Be grateful what you got. What do you want? Lobster like the Lopez girl. You great. Well, let me tell you, I still got two cookies, mira nomás. And you're welcome to have my cookies if you want. No lobster here. Remember in November, vote Erasmo, Carlos, Frankie, Vito, and Coach Joe Rodriguez. Bridge, Hannah needs new floors and ceilings, yes.
Yes,
And to check the walls, yes. Building might have mold like other old schools, yes.
definitely. It's disgusting. So even sometimes like the restrooms don't have mirrors, the soap dispensers don't work, some doors are broken. It's a lot. We do need a lot. And I should be your co-host.
Yes,
I definitely agree.
good. We're going to have a regular, Erasmo 100% will win, I'm sure.
Definitely.
With your help, guys, yes, we can make it happen. I knew one of those corrupt board members would show up on the show with a fake account. Not surprised at all. Yeah, that's all they have.
Scared of a 17-year-old.
All they have is jibber jabber, jibber jabber, jibber jabber behind a fake account. Come on. Come on here with your real name. Be a man or a woman. There are pictures on social media of your opponents being on the street and sidewalks of Central Boulevard. There are, see, that is the irony of it all. But look, you know what, Jennifer? We have the pictures, we have the videos. But you know what? And someone asked me, said, Erasmo, are you going to do the same? I said, no, because I'm not petty.
We're not scared.
And I'm not scared of those people. And I'm not petty. I am not going to waste our law enforcement, our police officers' time for something as petty as someone standing on a sidewalk or someone standing next to a street. They are the ones that are petty. They are the ones that are ridiculous. They are the ones that don't care. They're the ones that are intimidated and feel the heat. And let me tell you, the heat is coming. It's coming on.
That's the only thing they have. Just to call the police and say that we're ungrateful or whatever. That's the only thing that they have. Do they have the facts? No. Do they have the votes? No. Do they have the voice or the people or the education or the passion? No. Do they have is being petty and just feeling sorry for everybody else because nobody's gonna vote for them.
Nope.
And it's gonna show.
It's going to show. If you could have a superpower, what could it be? Jimena, you want to go first?
Of understanding, so I could make everybody be able to just get along and be together. I know it sounds like it's not true, but I thought about it and I wish I could understand everybody's point of view. Because sometimes I don't understand a lot of people, especially they have like a right point of view, but I wish I could really see their point and understand where they're coming from. So we could have an actual debate and a unified district, city, country, state.
Awesome. I think I'd still go with flying, but that's just me.
You might crash into a plane. See, I thought about it. You might crash into a plane.
Yeah, well, good thing about Brownsville is that not a lot of planes go out of Brownsville, unfortunately. But
That's
a
true.
lot, there's a lot of these. What are they called? Those things that they take video up in the sky.
Drones.
Drones.
I crash into you, then that's a lawsuit. You have to pay for the drone. Mine is more simple. I thought about mine.
They are always trolling down here. Yes, they are. They cannot stay away. It is appalling of you, Miralos, and your trolls to come on after a 7-year-old. It is appalling, but
I think it's hilarious. So
yes, she's feisty. I like her. Yeah. What's the numbers, Erasmo? Who is winning so far? We won't know till November 3rd, but I could almost guarantee you that they are not. Vote for the best candidate. Amen, brother. Erasmo.
yes,
The world will never change. Good people are being taken out. All the presidents that were assassinated, Garfield attacked political corruption, Lincoln ended up slavery, Kennedy supported civil rights movement. I understand, Mike. And let me say one thing. I'm glad that you mentioned this. Look, I've actually talked to individuals out there that they're so scared of retaliation, afraid of retaliation. They fear that that their jobs are always on the line because of these corrupt board majority and this wonky administration at the Glass Palace. And I tell the individuals, you have to voice your concerns. Some of you might lose a job. Some of you might get thrown in jail, and that might happen, guys. But look at all these times with Garfield, with Lincoln, with Kennedy. There was a lot of individuals out there. We talked about the suffrage movement. 100 years. There's a lot of individuals out there, the guys that were thrown in jail, that they were, chastised, tortured even, beat up. I mean, it happened. It happened, the civil rights movement. It happened with women fighting for the right to vote. It happened, at every point in time that someone was fighting for their rights, guys. So, yes, we have to sometimes take hits. We've taken hits. I've taken hits. Carlos Elizondo has taken hits. But you know what? We're still here fighting the system. We're not going to be quiet. I mean, you know, I run the risk of, one of these days walking out to my car and getting shot. We do. But what? We're going to do it because it's the right thing to do. It's for the betterment of our community. And it's okay if they egg our cars, they flatten our tires. We'll take the hits. It's okay that they make fake profiles on Facebook to say their bullcrap on here. We'll take the hits. They'll go out there and put those fake pages with the criminals and they're the bad guys. We'll take the hits, guys. I mean, they've called us everything under the sun, and we're still here fighting, and we're going to continue to fight. So sometimes hits must be taken, but the greater good, that which serves our community as a whole, must be fought for.
definitely. I actually saw a comment, the one before, and I really wanted to comment on it, but I was waiting for the right time, and I definitely agree. I want to run for first district representative, and I want to go up being Congress and maybe even be governor because I want to help the community. I want to help my state. Doesn't matter. I've already been into it thousands of times because I'm outspoken, and I will fight for what's right. I mean, even when I went against a teacher at Homer High School because they said that I was gonna be nothing, end up on the street alone, starving, leaving my parents because I said when I become somebody, I'm not gonna be corrupt and I'm not gonna get money like the BISD board members. And that's what he told me. This 4-year-old man teacher told me that I was gonna be alone on the streets because I wasn't gonna accept payouts. Excuse me? And I talked to one of the teachers and told them they must be fired, did nothing. And that's okay because I know that I would not accept treatment like that from anybody. And I will do what's right for my district, for my city, for my state. And I will do what's right because it's the right thing. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the payouts. I've already been insulted that one time by a teacher, by students, because I'm outspoken. I want what's right. I don't care what they call me. I don't care if the BSD board members make 1,000 accounts and just comment. I really don't care because I want what's right for my community, for the students, for my little siblings, for everybody. What are they gonna do?
Amen.
Insult me? That's okay.
If you would have been alone, Erasmo, the police would have arrested you. Eventually, they will take advantage of you when you are alone. You are right. You are right. And I've already been told not to be by myself when I'm with around any other individuals. And look, guys, is that look? I know the danger that I am in, but again, it's the danger that anyone that speaks out against corruption places themselves in. I understand. And look, guys, I might get locked up. I might get, you know, uh, 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 articles in the Herald, commercials thrown against me. It might happen. That is where you come along, because when one voice, when they try to silence one voice, the other voices need to be heard 10 times louder. It's the
And
only.
if there's nobody against you, that means you're not really doing it right. The good thing is that we know there's people against us. We know that the corruption is fighting back. So we know that we're doing something right when there's people like that going against you.
Ray Martinez is right about Jimena starting a team podcast. That would be amazing.
Fun fact: I was talking with a group of my friends, Rules and Debate. We want to start a little like group organization for more like kind of like Democrats or outspoken teenagers in the Valley, because there's one in Hidalgo that's for like Republicans, and they are very sexist, homophobic, and racist. So we want to start one that is here in the Valley and all inclusive to help everybody have their voice heard.
Amen. Amen. What do you think is the hardest job in the world and why?
Oh, there's so many jobs that are super hard, but I think in the U.S. Well, it has to be by country because we have to like in the whole world. It's probably the Muslim slaves in China doing 80% of the cloud in the United States. That's probably their hardest job because they're not really jobs, but they're slaves in camps in China. Either that, or it could be in Africa. Oh, there's people who have to walk thousands or hundreds of miles to get clean water. So that's like a world issue.
I'd ask her show her the ropes, and she can have her own show for teens promoting the vote. Let me tell you, yeah, Heman, I think that's an amazing idea. We started these off because people wanted their voice is heard. They wanted to get information on the fly. Maybe it's time for you to start your own type of show, like Jimena show, and encourage other teens out there to come on and express their concerns, and then you can come and share it to us as well. It's a great idea.
Definitely, I do want to start my own group, and I'm going to. I'm already starting to get everything ready because we do want to have an official meeting with Filemon Vela. I sent him 2 emails. Hopefully soon. Hopefully, if ever, he'll respond to me because I do want to meet him because I have many things I want to fix in the district. So hopefully, I will get an email back from him.
They will not stop.
I
No,
guess it will keep attacking.
yeah, they will not stop, Mike. But neither will I. I swear, I'm not going to stop. La Penguin, yeah. Who? What location will you be at this week at Erasmo for roading? I will be out at the Central Library. The airport is upgrading to 3 runways. Yes.
Say so if you were gonna fly, there's more place for you to crash into.
Yeah, when I'm flying. Yes. Good evening. I'm late, but I'm here. Apples and oranges. I
Hello.
was wondering. We were actually asking some history questions that you could have helped us out with. Do it, Jimena. I'll pray for your educational endeavors and dreams come true because we need people like you in leadership positions. Amen.
Thank you.
The federal government didn't protect all the presidents that were assassinated, and all those presidents were doing right. Preach. Would you this board purposely did not provide you students and teachers with the proper materials to make you all decide to have to go back to school building?
Okay. I think that they're trying to say that the reason they're not providing the materials is so we're kind of like be forced to go
Good.
into the buildings. Yeah.
Preach, your voice is definitely being heard tonight. Preach. Hannah used to have a teen hour back in 1976. Wow. I wasn't even born back then. Maybe. Students like Jimena are proof that students actually do care, listen, and invest in their education in schools. You can't fool them. You can't. I trust me. I know. I know my students. Can't can't put a fast one on them. They know who.
Yeah, that's why we at Homer High School we have a debate team and a mock drill team. But fun fact, we don't really get that much funding, so wonder why they don't want students to have a voice and learn how to speak. What a mystery, right?
Yeah. Why do you think the presidents and the federal government are scared of conducting investigations in local, county, state? Because they go against corruption, start cleaning it, it will hit them back. Well, I'm ready to start punching. If you have not voted early, you are setting yourself up for not vote. Vote now, vote now, vote now. It's a political secret machine, and we need to destroy it, and we can. Jimena, how do you feel about the board member candidates do not have the cleanest backgrounds?
Well, I do believe that everybody should have a second chance and everybody can do better. But if there's people like Shiv Atkinson, no, they do not deserve to be running. Some people can have some things and could be able to run, but they need to prove that they have gotten better, that they are better people than their past, because their past the past. If they're able to say that they're responsible for their actions and be held accountable for them, then they could run and they could be better for our community. But people that are right now on the board, they are not held accountable for their actions and do not want to be better for the community or for the board. They just want to be in the board to get their money and to be greedy.
Yeah, and I've heard this question a couple of times, Shannon, from different individuals. Look at and my response has always been the same. Sophia Atkinson didn't even have a parking ticket. Didn't even have a parking ticket. All her life had been academics, an educator, a teacher. Has a doctorate degree, has an amazing, amazing education on curriculum. The biggest thief that the district, that Socorro district, that Los Fresnos district, that El Paso, that all these districts have ever, Rio Hondo has ever experienced. She doesn't even have a parking ticket on her record. So a lot of times, one of the things that they'll bring up is, oh well, he had a DWI. Oh well, was accused of taking this. And let me tell you guys, one of the things that Jimena made mention that is very important. All candidates that are running for office right now, all of them, they have the right to run for office. And despite the fact that a lot of the haters and the fake accounts are out there saying, "Oh well, they're felons, they're the worst type." Every single individual that is on the ballot has already been vetted, even at the state level. And individuals that are running in this race can run, should run, if that is their calling too. But let me tell you, this is where it then becomes the responsibility of the voter. The voter has to really, really vet the candidates. What candidates are willing to sit down with you, have conversations with you, share their platform, be open and transparent. Jimena made mention of a couple of board members, one board member that wouldn't even give her the time of day. Is that the type of leadership that you want? Self-absorbed individuals that only care about putting money in their pocket, or individuals that are human, that make mistakes, that are willing to accept the mistakes that they've made and still put themselves in the firing range. You have a choice. But I appreciate you going out there and voting for me, Shannon. Thank you. I graduated Hannah 99. Carmen. So is Jimena saying no votes for incumbents?
Well, I mean, Erasmo, you're running, so that's I do support you. But everybody else, I don't really think so.
Yeah, and I am very fortunate not to be an incumbent this year. I am running for the office, but Minerva Peña, who sits on the board, should not come back. Eddie, who was appointed to the board, should not come back. Little Eddie, and Philip Cowan. It's time to give other individuals an opportunity. Look at how unsafe the airlines were. Not till September 11th they made the position of federal. Something drastic has to happen in the school district. Change the nomination of school board members. Something drastic did happen. Someone took bribes from an undercover federal agent, and she's going to fry. And I'm going to be ecstatic. Would you rather be the boss or just an employee?
I want to be a public servant. So
Preach. Come on, Jimmy! I've lost my voice. I love you, Jimmy. See you. See you on November the 3rd. I hope that you come by. Jimena, what do you think about the candidates being endorsed by the board attorney Baltasar Salazar, Minerva Peña, Little Eddie, Daniel Lopez, Jessica Gonzalez, and Denise Garza?
Well, we know that if they're endorsing this kind of people, that means that they probably just like them. That's the only thing I have to say. If they're endorsing these people, these corrupt, disgusting people, they're probably just like them and believe their disgusting beliefs.
Preach. Jimena, last words.
Last words. Well, elect people that you think are gonna do right and that might do right. Not do not really like the people just because you know them. Don't want to like people just because somebody told you to. Register to vote. Please vote. Vote for Erasmo Castro and Carlos Elizondo. They will do what's right for you and the board. Real people that actually do want to have change, not just steal your money. Also, hopefully, I'll be back next week if he invites me, and also hopefully soon the board members aren't scared and actually want to debate us. If not, then you know that they're scared. Also, in 7 years, I will be running for Senate. So that is one thing to look forward to if there is nothing else to look forward to.
Awesome, Jimena. It was an honor, a pleasure to have you on with us tonight.
It was an honor to be here.
Let's start getting your own show ready, and
Yes.
let's start getting students on there so that they'll have a place to share their ideas, their concerns, and uh, I see a very bright future for you in public
Thank
service.
you.
Thank you, Jimena. Guys, yes, I'll be celebrating with three friends, Erasmo, Frankie, and of course Laurita. Yes, I've seen your picture. Uh, awesome. We'll be waiting for you November the 30th, Jack in the Box. Sorry to tell you, Erasmo, but they have all the counting bought. We'll
No,
take we'll take it away from him, Mike. I promise you, man. Trust me, bro. The power is in the people. Just made to believe that it wasn't, but it is. Guys, I love you. I appreciate all of the amazing sentiments that have been shared today in my loss. It is a very, very heavy loss for myself. It really does sting. It really does hurt. And I debated whether to come on tonight. And but este, we must go on. We must continue to fight. So tomorrow morning we will be at Central Library. Tomorrow we do start Spirit Week, where we're going to have some fun while out there cheering you on while you come and vote. Tomorrow, everyone, please dress in superhero garb, a superhero T-shirt, whatever. Am going to wear Power Rangers. My people have said that it's okay. They are superheroes. So just it's a way of having fun, guys. It's a way of easing out the tension out there, and just having a lot of fun. So, guys, please, if the job continues to be yours right now, we have 2 more weeks where you have the baton. You have to call your friends. You have to motivate people. You have to bring them, literally, physically bring them to the polls. If you cannot bring them and you know someone that needs a ride, you call me. I will help you get them to the polls. Guys, thank you so much for continuing to feed my people out there. Feed my people. Thank you so very much. As of right now, we have a mountain of water. So thank you for the water, guys. But if it is in your heart, please continue to send food to my people out there. It really is very motivating, guys. And I think that's one of the things that really has pissed them off, that they don't get the time of day from anyone. They don't get they don't get Eric Garza for sheriff. We have an ongoing, you know what ongoing joke, but yes, in regards to every single time that Eric's opponent truck passes by that has Denise's and little Eddie sign, we go, Eric Garza, Eric Garza. It's us having fun. You were great, great, awesome points tonight. They surely were. Guys, have a great evening. Take care of yourself. Social distance, face coverings, hand sanitizer, wash your hands. Guys, be good to each other. And please continue to be good to me. God bless. Bye, Jimena.
bye.